Hi, I'm Kyle, and on this episode of the MWA podcast, Sean and I are asking Jacob Michael Goodman the 5 questions. If you haven't already, be sure to check out Jacob's interview on episode 574. See, I told you I would introduce you by all 3 names. I think you normally just go by Jacob Goodman, but all your social media is Jacob Michael Goodman, and your upcoming website is going to be Jacob Michael Goodman too. So cool. Welcome back. And before we get to the 5 questions, we got a little woodworking news to talk about. So first up, we were talking a little bit about Ashley Hardwood. On our hardwood, I said hardwood.
You did.
I said hardwood, didn't I? I mean, that's what a name for a turner, hardwood. You know, you just need to add that D in there, you know. But anyway, she has some interesting tools. She sold a bunch of little things on her website, but I noticed Lee Valley is carrying her, I guess it's called a Harwood angle wrench. And it's a little fixture that both will set your angle on your grinder. So you have your little grinder platform and you can tilt it back and forth. And this little thing has magnetized, so it will, you know, lock onto that platform, and then you can adjust it to do various angles on your grinder, 40, 20, so forth and so on, degrees on that. But it also has an included wrench in there. So the top of this thing has like a wrench. So her tools, and you know this better than I do, but you can remove the tool so it's easier to sharpen from the handle. And this is a little wrench that you can actually put on something, you know, sturdy, like the ways of your lathe or something like that, and use that to actually loosen it up and stuff like that. So it's a pretty handy little thing. It's only $48.
Hey, for under $50, adding to your arsenal if you're using that system.
Yep.
Or even helping you out on the grinder, like that's very slick.
Yep. Now, do you have one of these, Jacob?
I do not. My wrenches that I have kind of predate her, so I was already. Okay. But I would. It's a great system. I absolutely would use that.
Yeah. Now, does that wrench, the wrench portion of this little jig, so to speak, does that fit other tools besides hers? Is that a pretty common?
Well, that system is only the Ashley Harwood tools and Stuart Batty tools use the same system. Essentially, they're interchangeable.
Okay,
that's gotcha. like a threaded collet kind of system.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Well, so if you're into that, and you know, if you listen to our last episode, I got to invest in that. Is it V11 or
V10?
V10. Sorry, what's one? You know, plus or minus. You know.
One more.
Yeah, V11, V10, whatever it takes. Anyway,
something.
But anyway, so if I'm going to be investing in stuff, this looks like a nice little thing. Now, she's using, in this picture here, she has a nice little angle set up here. Is that the S&P system you were referring to?
Oh, are you talking about on the grinder?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not 100% sure which one you're looking at. She does have an SB, so I'm assuming I'm assuming.
Yeah, it looks the same. It looks the same as what was on your grinder. So yeah. Cool. That is a slick setup.
Yeah, it's a great system actually. I love that system.
Fantastic. Next up, we got a couple of friends we want to shout out on this, and Jeff Wyatt. We need to shout out Jeff. We were just talking about him.
Jeff?
Yeah. Anyway, he has a new course from Fine Woodworking. It's Windsor Chair Making Basics. It's a video course you can order from on the Fine Woodworking site. I think also Popular Woodworking is promoting this too. You know, they're one big happy family now.
Sure are.
So it's absolutely great. So Jeff has a video on doing all this, and Jeff's going to be on the show in a few weeks. So we'll dive into more detail with him on all of that. But it's over 3 hours of instructions, as reference articles, all that kind of stuff, step by step stuff. And, if you've seen anything that Jeff makes, or Jacob can attest, he's a fantastic teacher.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So check that out. You can find that over at Fine Woodworking Live. And as always, we will have links to all this stuff in the show notes.
Mhm.
Okay. Next up, and this kind of was interesting to me, is Bridge City has updated their small mini block plane. I guess that's two things.
That's
Just
redundant.
mini, just mini block plane. But it's the HP8V2. So I actually ordered the HP-8, and this is the version 2 of that.
Of that thing. Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like 100% nicer than the one I got.
Really?
Yes, because
Really?
I've had a number of people made the same comment I did, because there were a few of us at the time when they came out, because it's got these little side adjustable
Skates.
skates to it. And you can adjust those up and down. So if you need to plane small stock to a consistent thickness, those little skates you can adjust, so it'll stop cutting when it gets to that thickness.
Sure.
And at the time I was doing some stuff like that. It's great for Kumiko and stuff like that. And I know a bunch of people that were doing Kumiko actually bought it at the time, and they had the same thing, that same impression when I got it. I go, this is Bridge City. This is kind of cheap looking. It worked, but it was not the finest craftsmanship and tool making that I've ever seen, to put it mildly. I mean, like I said, it worked. It was functional, but it was not that great. But
I mean, it's a small palm size, low angle block plate.
But this one looks very, very nice. This one looks.
It does.
It's
very nice, and actually, the price is not terrible.
Yeah. When I ordered mine, I think it was a little cheaper. I think it was right at $100. This one's 130, at least their introductory offer.
Like you said, it looks better,
but it looks 1,000 times better. The thing I got, it was primarily made out of aluminum, which I thought this one might be too, but it looks like it's a little nicer looking anyway. Definitely more ergonomic, and I think they changed the whole blade adjustment and locking mechanism and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's might be worth a shot on that if you're looking for something that will, basically plain thin stock to consistent thickness.
With yours, how easy is it to take off the sides and just use?
Oh, it's easy. It's you just unscrew them. It's okay. Really easy. Yeah.
Because personally, that's probably more what I would be doing.
Yes. Well, if you weren't using it for that, I would probably recommend. Well, it's a good price if it's.
Well, yeah.
But I would probably go the Lee Valley or Lee Nelson route. But
yeah, just to get it small, just kind of angle block. Sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, pretty cool. I mean, but seriously, like right now, 130, maybe normally 150. Even at 150, I don't think that's a bad price for the amount of kind of finishing work that's going into it.
Yeah, I assume it's probably made out of some aircraft, space age aluminum type stuff. But it's.
Did they mention the blade?
The blades. I don't know. I don't know if it's 01 or.
Yeah,
probably not 01. It's probably A2 or something like that. Yeah, it's a solid aluminum build.
HRC 6062.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay, it's one of those.
It's
age. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So
interesting. Very interesting. So if you're into that, go for it.
Exactly.
Kind of retro modern looking Bridge City tools.
Yep.
That's what they do.
Yep. And next up are friends of the show, Silver River Chairs. That's Dave and Brandy. They have a new book out called The Woven Chair, and it's fantastic instructional book. Not only has a little bit of a pre-thing about how to actually repair chairs, but it has a whole section. Most of the book is dedicated to different types of weaving chairs and doing all that kind of stuff. They actually sent me a copy of it, and it is excellent. And right now you can pre-order it. I think it's going to be released on September 30th, and it's $24.96, so $25.
Yeah,
So,
nice. It's a kind of soft bound.
yep.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's
having done that Danish cord stool,
Mhm.
I did that I got from Lee Valley. Kind of interested in this.
Yes, they go through all kinds of different types of woven chairs and stuff like that. So it's fantastic. I haven't read it. Yeah, I just got it yesterday, matter of fact. So I've just had a chance to thumb through it, but it is absolutely fantastic. And I am working with them, and hopefully we will also have them on the show in a few weeks to talk about their new book as well as their new setup, because they just moved into a new place. Somewhere near Jacob. It's in the Nashville area.
yeah. I think they're probably 15 or 20 minutes from me.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Really cool.
That's great. Well, with that, let's give our patrons a shout out. So who do we have to thank this week?
Yeah, we'd like to give our big shout out to our Patreon supporters. Tonight, we are giving that shout out to a friend of the show, if there ever has been one, Nick Carruthers. Nick, thank you, sir.
Yes.
For supporting us. And if you, dear listener, would like to join Nick in supporting the MWA podcast, you can go to patreon.com/MWA podcast and help us out there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Nick. All right, Jacob, you ready for the 5 questions?
Yes, sir. Well, I think so.
Okay. Well, number 1 is, what's your favorite tool? And as always, our limit is 23.
Right. Well, and that's why I said I think so. That's a hard thing to narrow. Obviously, for me, the lathe.
Yes.
Right. Favorite tool for the lathe. I got to go with my 40/40 gouge, the Ashley Harwood tool. But I use lots and lots and lots of tools, so I can't really narrow them down. For hand tools, the Lee Nielsen smoothing plane obviously is kind of cream of the crop over there. I'm looking at it right now. Nice bronze body.
Oh, nice one. Number 4.
It's looking.
Yeah,
it's looking
4.
at you. You're not looking at it. It's gazing at you.
It is gazing.
Yeah. See, my favorite of those is the number 3. I like the number 3 a little bit better than number 4.
Okay.
But that's
me. Well, I might get that then.
Yeah, add to the collection.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, I'm, in the process of gearing up to start messing around with the Windsor chair. So I just picked up this mortise tapering tool from Tim Manny.
Okay.
The purple art one. So that they're getting ready to get used soon, hopefully.
So you got the reamer going? Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of tools in here.
I like the breadth that you've just kind of described, though. You went from lathe to plane to to chair making. There's a whole lot going on.
There's a whole lot going. I have knife making equipment in the other part of the shop. Yeah, I like tools.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool. So next question then, who has influenced you the most in your work?
I talked about him in the last a little bit. That'd have to be David Ellsworth. He's a friend of mine who passed away just a few months ago. A mentor to me and really encouraged me in my pursuit of sculptural work. It was interesting because I met him. He had an open house for his studio some years ago, and I showed up and I'm like, hey, I really would like to take a class. And he's like, we're 2 years booked out. And I went home and I wrote him an email and pleaded with him. And he called me and he said, come on Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it's like, right, you have not because you ask not. I'm like, dude, you got to be the squeaky wheel sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But he really befriended me and just really inspired me and inspired my, like I said, my pursuit of sculptural work. And I'd bring my work over and he would talk to me. He and his wife, Wendy, she's great. They would talk to me about my work and give me input, and he would talk to me about how to pursue a career in it, where to show, what kind of shows to try to get in, things of that nature. So he was a real, I mean, I'll tell you, I went away from that class with him and I learned some techniques, but I picked up something from him, just a bug. I mean, I came back from those 3 days and just had pages and pages of drawings. I just felt like this flood of inspiration came out of me after spending time with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Yes, you know, yeah,
true mentor.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so tell us, what is your white weld, the one thing that you haven't made but always wanted to?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's twofold. On the turning side, I really would like to work in large scale, and so I get pulled up for that. I don't really have a lathe that will work on the scale I'm wanting to, and also I need more space. My shop, I don't have room for a 10-foot long lathe.
Mm-hmm.
No, you sure don't.
That's what I. So. On the other side, on the furniture side, I would love to do a Goddard Corner Chair. So,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I would say that's another person that inspired me many, many years ago. I met this old Scottish chair maker named Dougal, and he was a third-generation chair maker from Scotland. He grew up, his family did all of the woodworking in the castles in Scotland.
Wow.
He just spent time with me and taught me how to use hand tools and taught me how to cut joinery, like from his production standpoint. Taught me how to sharpen a card scraper, right? Like, just all this stuff. So he, on the furniture side, he set me on a course. Well, obviously Roy Underhill.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like Roy, I mean, I was watching him like crazy when I met Dougal. And so he kind of put some wheels to it. You know, this is how you do it.
Now, was he living in the States at this time, or were you in?
He was in
Okay.
California, and he went back home. He had to go take care of his mom in Scotland, and unfortunately, I've lost touch with him. We stayed in touch for a little bit, but I've not been able to find him. Yeah.
Well, if he listens to this podcast, hey, reach out.
For sure.
There you go.
Actually, the reason I brought him up is I actually have a Goddard Corner Chair that he built and he gave to me when he moved.
Oh, wow.
And so that's like always been sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, I have his plans, the blueprints, and his templates for it. He gave it all to me when he left. And so been sitting there for 15 years or whatever. And I'm like, someday I need to do that.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So cool. All right. So what is your number one tip for fellow woodworkers, turners, or otherwise?
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're wanting to get into the sculptural side or the vessel side of wood turning, I would say copy people. Find design that you feel like have great aesthetics and great design and work through making those, right? It's like the more you can get that muscle memory with good design, it transfers once you begin to make your own, right? I feel like there's this thing, it's like people are afraid, oh, you can't copy. Like, no, copy. Like, there are great designs out there. Work on those until you can nail them, and you can do them through muscle memory, and then you can use that to branch out. You know?
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool, because I mean, with sculptural things especially, nothing's like precise. You can kind of go down a path and see kind of a method, but dimensionally and complete, like, you're not going to match it exactly, and so there's nothing damning in trying to make it that way, but yeah, learning in the process to iterate afterwards.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I would even say if you do copy it 100%, there's nothing wrong. I mean, you know, it's not like, I'm not saying go out and start selling it and claiming that it's your design, but nobody sell it. You don't have to, nobody owns the rights to design. You know, there's nothing new under the sun. I mean, just copy it, you use it to strengthen your sense of design. I mean, that's the thing I think that gets forgotten a lot in the wood turning world is like form is king, right? It's about the design and the technique and all the tools. They're only there to set your creativity free. And so the more you can get adept at using the tools, the less resistance there is. And so, yeah, copy and practice and practice and practice and try new things. And when you end up with a pile of firewood, burn it and start again.
And do it over again. Very cool.
But I think that's true for any woodworking and stuff, because design and form have been around for eons.
Mhm.
And when you start copying that, you kind of work that into your subconscious, so to speak, and able to, and do that, because without it, it's like, I've seen a lot of, quote unquote new woodworkers that, I'm going to design my own thing and all that kind of stuff. And, hey, go for it, do it. But a lot of people, when they see that, go, something's not right,
Something slightly wrong.
Yeah.
It's lacking something.
Yeah. So, copying stuff and stuff like that, it kind of, like I said, gets that design, gets that form and function into your subconscious, so that when you do design your own stuff, you kind of have a template to work with. Of course, there are many books that can, help you down this path. But yeah, that's a nice tip. I like that.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So, what's your go-to finish, especially for your turning stuff? Do you have one?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It really depends. If I'm doing like a natural wood finish, right?
Mhm.
Like what I'm showing is the grain and color of the wood. I love the water locks, really, and then to buff it afterwards. I think if I'm dealing with different textures or colors, it's complicated because it depends on what I'm working with.
So with that, where can folks find you on the interwebs?
Yeah, they can find me on Instagram at Jacob Michael Goodman, and our website is in production currently. It'll be jacobmichaelgoodman.com.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Jacob, for coming on to the show. It's been delightful. We've only had 3 or 4 turners on. We need to get more on.
Okay.
It's always a learning experience. And it's, I always joke about Windsor's being the dark side of woodworking, but I think turning can be too, because I've spent a few times at the lathe, and it's like, this gets addictive really quick.
Yeah, it sure does. Well, thank you guys for having me on. It's been great. I really appreciate the opportunity, and it's been awesome talking with you guys.
Yep.
You bet.
You bet. Thanks so much. And that just about wraps it up for this show. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the show on the podcatcher of your choice. Just search for the Modern Woodworkers Association. And while you're there, please leave us a review. You can follow us on Instagram at MWA_podcast. And if you'd like to support the podcast, go over to patreon.com/MWA podcast. But the best thing you can do is tell a friend. Word of mouth goes a long way in sharing our discussion.